Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a few days. As you can see, I'm back in my home sweet home. I had a great, wonderful, amazing adventure, and I'm going to share some of that with you. It's good to be back in my own bed. I got here yesterday and went and participated in some of the 4th of July festivities in the town. There was a cannon that kept getting shot pretty near me. So after a couple of times of that, I was like, okay, I'm good on all this. I don't generally stay out for the fireworks because I like to go to bed early. People were shooting them off really late, as you know. People like to do that, get excited, and I tried to put my earplugs in and tune that out, but those more go for the noise. The rumble of it you can still feel, so I I stayed up a little later than normal. Inhale. Exhale. I am as fresh as a flower. I'm as fresh as the first bloom of a flower. I personally think that summertime, yeah, it's about kind of staying cool. I have my methods for that. I think works perfectly. I generally just go under a tree by a river or by a lake and you're fine. I think for me, it's more about staying fresh than it is about staying cool, because sometimes in the heat, it feels like we're melting, I guess. So I like to keep a cool beverage, stay fresh, spritz myself whenever I get a chance. I keep a lavender water that I make in my car and I just spritz it all the time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I've been finding myself having some thoughts that keep reoccurring, as we do, as us human beings like to do. In 1 minute, I can definitely say, I'm totally fine, I'm totally healed. And then in the next breath, something will come up. And I've noticed it has to do with people that I have contention with, that I think like, oh, I have this figured out. Like, this is why we're not in contact. This is why I had all those years of time with them, and then now we're not in contact. Like, okay, we're on a different frequency. We have a different lifestyle. We have this, blah, 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 blah. Like, I have it figured out. No need to keep thinking about it, Andrea. Oh, I'm kind of at the point now where I'm just like, wow, I'm obsessed. I have to remind my own self to get a life. And you know, the quickest way to get a life is simply focus on yourself. That's all you have to do. I have quite a bit to do today because I'm going to be unloading from my trip and doing the laundry. And I was thinking that I want to go to the gym. I've been getting all my exercise. I haven't been to the gym in a while. I've had all the exercise just be outside. That first day of walking up and down that creek was great exercise. One of the rocks did get the best of me because I was carrying something in each hand and I slipped and I just hit, and rocks are not yielding, I will say that. It was like a thud, and immediately I tried to get into like some cool water, and then I got some of the other rocks and I was like, okay, rocks, if you can injure me, you can heal me. So I just got some hot rocks from the sun and just massaged it out and then we'd go back in the pool and massage it out. And after it, by the next day, I barely felt anything. So I'm proud of myself for that, because in the past, I would have just been like, oh, and just sat like still for a while and not wanted to, massage into it. But yeah, so I was laughing about how I was going to do laundry today and go to the gym. And there used to be that Jersey Shore show, and they would always say gym tan laundry, GTL, GTL. So that's kind of me today. They never worried about getting a life. That was their life. Gym tan laundry. I am letting go. I am free. And then the second day for my exercise, I don't know. I went to a really cool, they call it ecstatic dance. I wasn't sure what to expect. I've done kirtan and chanting and stuff, so I can go do whatever, as weird as it gets, as quote unquote weird as it gets. I'm fine with that. It seems weird to other people that haven't experienced it, but it's not to me. I know when I went there, the people were kind of staring at me weird, like, you don't look like you fit in here. Because everyone has, like, free flowing, whatever, a lot of earth tones, and I have, like, pink, and but I enjoy myself. It's called ecstatic dance, and it's meant to just be free flowing. And I brought my nephew and his friend, who are only 18, so they haven't had it, and they're from a small town, so they have had zero exposure when it comes to that. But it was so beautiful and amazing, you guys. I gotta say, like, when you're there, you're just like dancing around in a circle, and and then there's, each person has their own little thing that they do. There was one guy that was just like kind of like going like this everywhere, and and nobody cares. Nobody cares what anyone else looks like, what anyone else is doing. That was on Tuesday, and I have carried that in my heart since then. And I've just been looking at the place and the venue, and trying to think about when I can go back and when they're going to have another one, because it was very special. And that was 2 hours of dancing for me. So there was that exercise. I didn't need to worry about that. And then the next day we had Weight Wednesday in my cousin's gym, in his garage, I mean. And that's always so nice, because it's like just him, me, sometimes there's another friend of his, and then occasionally there will be someone else, but we just all kind of do a circuit. And we had a kiddie pool with really ice cold water in it to go and splash on us or put our feet in whenever we got too hot. So I did mess my hamstrings up that day. So they were really sore yesterday, but they seem better today. So I'm going to ease into it. I was trying to do this. I saw a video that said, if you can do this exercise, so like they just basically have their feet really wide, and if you can just go down like this on each side over and over, it's the best exercise. I don't know about that, but it was a good exercise, and it really got my hamstrings, because I was also doing this thing where I was like trying to bend and then come up and then up. How did it go? Something, but it really got the back of my legs. But anyway, inhale, arms up, look at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. I had something funny. I thought it was funny that happened to me. I was going to get my car all cleaned because I was having all those people I was going to take to that dance. And I went into the car wash, and I was in the line, and so I told the guy what I wanted, and he handed me a like towel washcloth thing. And I grabbed it. I've never had that happen to me. When I've told some other people this story, they say they do that all the time, but I've never, in Eugene, that's never happened to me. So he handed it to me and he goes, "This is for you to wipe your car down." And I was like, I just sat there and stared at him for the longest time because in my mind I was thinking like, I have to wipe this down. Like I thought that we went right here and then they wiped it down and then they wipe. I'm like, so I was just sitting there staring at him. I think he was like witnessing the thought process, but then I just kind of got it and I just looked at him. I go, and I started wiping my dash. I'm like, oh, okay. So they give you a towel to wipe down everything in your car while it goes through the soapy part, and then you hand it back to him at the end. I'm like, okay, I got it. I am letting go, I am free. When I stay with my family, we're very musical people. My mom was in a band with her sisters growing up, so if that tells you anything. And there's a lot of times that in the morning we'll just start singing. And I think that's a really good practice because that's what birds do. And if you sing something positive in the morning, it can get stuck in your head. And excuse me, it can get stuck in your head and it's a good stuck. It's a good loop. It's not an obsessive loop where you have to say, wow, Andrea, I'm obsessed with those people. Who can make a rainbow, tie it in a bow? That was the song that my aunt came out singing from her room to wake us up. It's the Candyman can, 'cause you na 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 make the world go round. I don't know all the lyrics, but I was thinking I should learn them. I'm as fresh as the first bloom of a flower. I feel fresh. I feel fresh like a juicy peach. And hanging out in that creek all day. Oh my gosh. I didn't get any gold. And I'll tell you something. There's some people that would consider that a waste of time. But I thought this time spent there was like absolutely priceless. You couldn't put a price on it. And I personally believe this is the lecture I was giving my nephew. I still do that a little bit, you know, when you have younger people around, you want to give them some tips and tricks on life. Usually it's like, don't do what I do. Okay, guys? That's how I used to be. Like, don't do this. Don't drink. Yeah, see how I am when I drink? That's why I was telling you not to do it. No, anyways, I was telling them that the only time ever wasted is time spent worrying. And I truly believe that. So do not worry. Big inhale. Ooh, that was a little sticky. Let's try that again. Big inhale. Much better. Release. And when I say big inhale, I mean like from the bottom of your belly all the way to the top of your head. So like I'm hearing it right here and I'm feeling it right here. Get in the frame. I'm as fresh as a flower. I want you guys all to be fresh today. Be fresh and be free. We're already in to getting close to going into the second week of July already. So this is cruising by, and I'm gonna be back in Eugene pretty soon. I told you guys it would go fast. All right, everyone have a wonderful day. Reach out to me. I love hearing from you.